Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of our little Let's Play of Galactic Civilization 4 Supernova Edition. This is a continuation of our sponsored little Let's Play here. You can check the description box down below for the links of where you can pick it up today over on Steam, and whatever else I may have forgotten to say in the video. It'll all be down in the description box. We are playing a map where we are playing with many very tiny sectors because it vibes for me. And honestly, I think it's also going to be quite different from how a lot of other people play, but I kind of dig it rather than huge, vast amounts of space. Although I should have really showed you a, maybe I'll be smart and edit something in here with an overlay to show you the size of a larger sector here. But I really like lots of small sectors personally. I don't know if it's the best way to play the game, but boy, do I find it entertaining. So we're going to go ahead and skip the next turn. Oh no! I should have done an executive order before we did. I didn't realize the cooldown on that had come up. So lots of civilizations we don't know are the most innovative. Well, so we're falling behind a little bit on tech, but that's because probably because we focused early on some extra manufacturing. But that should give us the ability to catch up pretty quickly, I think. We're going to draft some more colonists into a colony ship. We're going to take a look at our planet here. Sunny Spot is currently working on a research district. Cool. We're going to go ahead and rush that. There we go. And start to increase our sciencing numbers if we can. What do we run over here? Heart of the Empire. Again, I could run research grants. Would that be better? Gets us one extra science point. Yeah, you know what? I think we will. I don't think we had research grants last time when we originally got this. I think it's the same tech that unlocked the science labs, gave us research grants. So we're going to run this. It's only giving us one extra beaker. But right now, I mean, that's still a pretty substantial amount of extra science. So that seems okay. We do have this bouton here now for Ancient Survey Module, which we could add to a ship. I'm going to wait until we actually have a ship that we get added to. Because currently our only military ship is the GSS Discovery, our flagship here, which already has a survey module. Now, this colony ship, okay, you're going to visit here. And yeah, we're just going to pick up these other planets. And yeah, you were going over there. Perfect. So right now, Visitor 3 is sending its production over to Sunny Spot, which is our only core world. But it has experienced 48% decay, which is pretty bad. But we will be considering making another core world over here. Possibly two, we're not sure. Another colony ship's ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you to automate. You're going to head over here, but what's going to happen is, because it's about to be colonized, and then it'll redirect its efforts, go somewhere else. So that's one of the examples where micromanaging your colony ships can be quite nice, because in case they do go off in a direction that's about to become redundant, you can go and recall them. In this case, it's going to be fine, because what it'll probably do is it'll probably steer to here. But I could go ahead and manually do that as well. Because why not? Oh, actually... yeah, this one here is also redundant because it's going to Visitor 1, which we're colonizing now. Hey, and we got a planet colonization report because this is a real planet here. It's got much more capacity, so it's much more likely that we get one of these. Visitor 1 colonists report a variety of strange disturbances, doors which open and close on their own, strange lights in the night, a mysterious hole in the ground which screams. Your scientists seem to think the colony might be haunted. You think? Building on the ruins of previously failed colony may have been a bad idea, they say. Also, underneath that colony was another failed colony, which is built on a graveyard. What are your orders? We warn the colonists and move the colony somewhere less haunted. We'd lose a tile. It would increase our pacifism cultural awareness and give us an egalitarianism trait discount. We could fix the doors, fix the lights, put some boards over the hole that screams. Planet gains the haunted trait. I don't know what the haunted trait does for us. It increases nihilism cultural awareness and costs us $50. Or we can say it's a superstition, hide all evidence of supernatural activity. Planet gains the haunted trait. Nihilism increased by 1. We get +1 traditionalism trait discount. You know what? I'm going to go with it's just a superstition. What could possibly go wrong? So... it's haunted? I don't see anything here, but we are probably going to make this into a core world. For that, we're going to have to assign a governor. I do like high loyalty governors, which is what these numbers show over here. But also for this, probably a high social value. We've got a couple of 7s here, although James Osh, I would say, is too disloyal. So Briff Mew, years spent as a sailor, taught them to be resourceful and comfortable with solitude. I think Briff Mew is going to be the governor of Visitor 1. Recruit and assign. And there we go. So we have, we could count it, but I believe we will have 18 tiles to work, which is indeed the case. That is what the planet size translates to, which is why bigger number, much better. Happiness isn't terribly high right now. And we've had a couple of draft colonist effects. High expectations, we are unprotected as well. Well, that is literally true, but we'll see what you can do about that. But first we got to do is we got to put down the core world capital, so that we can start getting some boosts. We'll also be doing a colonial generator and a supply depot to get ourselves started. Position-wise, I don't think there's anything that necessarily screams out here. I think I'll more or less center things to try to get a bunch of adjacent tiles. Maybe I'll go here. There's a manufacturing bonus there. And then we can sort of surround with a little bit of manufacturing to get started with. Or maybe, you know what? I'll go here. I think that's going to be okay. And then, yeah, colonial generator, which is +2 to adjacent manufacturing and military. Same thing with the supply depot, +2 to manufacturing and military. Supply depot also gives us +1 approval. The colonial generator gives us some manufacturing boost. So I'll build the generator first. I'll build the supply depot probably next to it. They'll boost each other. We're going to go ahead and do a rush over here. Money's going down, but for now we are okay. We'll just queue those two up. That's going to be fine. If I go over to our capital, I think I'll do another rush over here, because let's accelerate things. Yes, we went from 8.3 research to 9.1 by building the extra research thing here, which is pretty freaking good. I'm fairly pleased with that. Oh, survey report. Stumbled upon something strange here, an alien artifact which appears to be a beam weapon of incredible power. In a ring around it lies several beacons explaining in a variety of languages the agony that this weapon will inflict on all who face it. It's pretty dark. Worse yet, the beacons promise that any who fire it and their kind will suffer immense guilt knowing what they've done. Sounds like if we use this, we're going to make a lot of people unhappy at home. And unhappy as they are, our enemies will suffer worse. +4 beam attack, -6% approval for 100 turns. Oh yeah, that's a pretty bad penalty. Or destroy the villainy and increase our pacifism cultural awareness. All right, you know me. I'm a pacifist. We're going to go that way. So in theory, if we look at pacifism over here, yeah, we got a 4% ideology discount now if we wanted to go down the pacifism route as we accrue more culture points. Okay, so we do have some uncolonized planets, although not as many impressive ones anymore. All right, let's go to next turn. Subspace streaming tech. So we get more range, which is great. And then, yeah, we can travel along subspace streams once we discover them. Leads to anomaly detection. I don't think I'm going to grab that right now. Discovers new anomalies. We can wait on it a bit. We're going to Xeno research here, so we can start running scientists potentially. What is our... we're doing the constructor here. Okay, that's fine. You know what? We can rush. It'll just convert into a little bit more production that'll overflow to the next turn, so that's okay. And you're idle. Well, hold on a sec. In terms of planets, so... Oh, that's an excellent planet. Nice. So there are 4 planets we can colonize now. And we have 3 outstanding colony ships. I think you're going somewhere already being claimed. Those are you. You're going over there. So it feels to me like we want to build 1 more colony ship. I mean, based on what we know. In fact, there'll probably be more. We could consider building some supply ships to accelerate production somewhere else. So what we do here is we spend... do we actually come out ahead? Because it's 65 construction costs and it provides 75 manufacturing points? It's a different production category. That's interesting. But this lets us send production over to some of our newer, less established planets, which can be good for acceleration. But I think what I'll do is I'll go colony ship. I'm going to get a couple more constructors because I'm sure we're going to want them. At the very least, I want 1 economic starbase by all my core worlds. So we've got our constructor, and we use that to build starbases. Now, one thing you can do with starbases is you can go and claim resources, like this one over here. We can build a mining starbase and start to accrue the Deuterantium, which is pretty good. We can build economic starbases by our core worlds to improve their production and research. We can build cultural starbases, which will spread our influence, which is what you're seeing with these blue borders over here. We can build military starbases as well, which can give a variety of buffs to our nearby ships. And depending on the state of the game, because I think they've changed it back and forth a couple of times, military starbases also have the ability to protect planets from invasion. It wouldn't surprise me if they've changed that because they've made some pretty substantial changes. We're going to take a look at it once we set things up. I think first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a mining star base by this Durantium so we can start. And then, yeah, when I look at that button, I'll see what it says for the military starship. Because they've changed some of the things with ground invasion and made it... they've made changes in a way that looks a lot better. There's someone over here. That's quite interesting. Xeno research. Precursor archaeology leads to precursor worlds being more inhabitable. Okay, because I was going to say, maybe we want a universal translator really quick, but... No, I do. I want universal translator. Although, this is probably minor species, isn't it? The Procinians. I suspect that is the case, but I'm going to go for the universal translator anyway. We do have enough culture points for collectivism, because we have the biggest discount for that. It might be worth going down here. I mean, this will consistently be the cheapest. Fertility. We got a lot of food everywhere. The logistics is nice. Mass mobilization. Increased manufacturing while at war. Minor worlds in our influence provide 3 times the resources of sponsored world. That's really strong. Plus 5% population happiness for every connected system. Plus 10% influence growth. That's really good. On the other hand, we could just save up and just get a few more of these like early on one-shots that do a lot. Right? Like 3 constructor ships early on is pretty substantial. We already have this. Reduced decay from colonies is actually excellent. I think I'm just going to save for now. Yeah, that's a minor species. I'm pretty confident. When this number changes from 1 to, well, probably 8, we'll know that we can grab other things. Planet report. We've come across an ancient terraforming device near Stepanian 1. Upon activating, tells us there was once a great war between the crafters and a powerful enemy. The device was left to help protect future civilizations from predation in the event they lost. Offers 3 options. Improve the world's biome. So +1 farming on Stepanian. Increases passive and cultural awareness. Used to produce raw minerals in the planet's crust. +1 minerals. And increased progressivism. Used to fabricate rare resources. Increased egalitarian awareness and wealth. I think I'm going to go for the +1 minerals. Plus, if we can get a discount on progressivism, I'm certainly not going to complain about it if we can get to that point. That seems okay to me. All right, another colony ship. So I'm just going to grab it. Fine. Okay, our constructor is now parked next to here. Now, it does have a radius you can see here. That is certainly, like, for manning the Durantium, this is going to be, like, close enough. If there were multiple resources in the area, we would try to position ourselves to catch more than one at a time, but we don't. It is going to encompass the planet of Stepanian, which I don't think is going to matter in this case, because I think I'm going to make this into a mining starbase. But if we look here, we mouse over military starbase, it does say it protects worlds within their radius from invasion. Again, they've gone back and forth with the different patches here, but based on the wording, currently it's in the state where if someone wanted to invade one of the planets, they have to destroy the starbase first, which is great defense. But also there's a lot more sort of static defense that you can build on your planets now to prevent just random casual invasion, which I'm really keen on. We'll probably just build the mining starbase here, though, just so that we can get more bang for our Durantium buck, which seems like a good idea. I mean, they all collect strategic resources, you can see, but the mining starbases will give us more boost to that. Miners return with rocky debris, laced with telltale flicker of silvery gold, Durantium. More dense and resilient than anything we've seen before, steady supply will sure lead to new breakthroughs in ship designs. And our people have built the permanent structures in space before, but nothing like this. Starbase is an extension of our very civilization. Everything we do, everything we are, can be found here. From it, we will surely extend our civilization even further. I guess one of the things they could have considered with the placement of the starbase, well, if I pop out here for a sec, because this will generate a little bit of influence, I could have moved it over here to maybe help these two space sectors sort of connect with one another, but I think I'm fine with this. So we got a little up arrow over here. We'll also see it in the menu here, reminding us that there is an upgrade available. We have the ability, we have 3 modules. This is what we use to upgrade starbases. And we have the technology for mining drones, uses up a module, that's all we need. It's going to increase the mining output of this mining starbase. Seems great to me, so we'll get even more Durantium. You can see we're now down to 2 modules over here, but that's okay with me. Our Discovery, our flagship. There's a stealth field in the capsule. Despite its name, it doesn't make anything invisible to visible light, but it does hamper energy targeting systems enough to make a ship upgraded with it far more difficult to hit in combat. Could be a powerful ship upgrade. So we can bring the stealth field on board. We can disassemble it for 1 Illyrium and 1 Thulium, or we could sell it for some money. I don't know. I mean, these are both really good, but let's bring the stealth field on board and see what that does for us. I don't know if that's going to enable an upgrade or if it's already benefited from it. We'll see what happens next level, actually. Another colony ship. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and auto for you. That's going to be fine. Right, you're working on constructors now, which is great. And planet-wise, both these done in one turn. Again, I may have wanted to rush, but we do want to save some money because we can get some events that we're going to want to have some money for. Cerberus 6 is being colonized. The terrain of Cerberus 6 has proven very challenging for our conventional ground vehicles. Some colonists have begun capturing and taming a local species of marsupial to use for hopping around between buildings and colonies. Animals are well suited to the work and don't seem to be suffering, but there have been a few accidents. Animal rights activists across the galaxy are demanding that the practice be banned. What are your orders? This is shockingly primitive. End the practice at once. Increases passives and cultural awareness. +1 passive and trait discount. And plus 10% approval for 25 turns. Or we can launch a campaign to convince your citizens the beasts are well treated. Nihilism goes up. Deception goes up. Costs us money, but boosts manufacturing. Presumably forever. Presumably on this planet. We're not suffering. They aren't working hard enough. Progressivism. Cultural increases. Egalitarianism gets a discount, which is interesting. Reduced approval, much more manufacturing. Well, I think I like option B here. Just because of what it gives us. It does cost us a fair amount of money, but this is why we keep money banked. The 10% manufacturing boost seems pretty appealing. And we've completed the Universal Translator technology, which unlocks a ton of stuff. It's a very important technology. We're going to get Precursor Archaeology now, even though our chief scientist is recommending Starbase modules, so we can build more Starbase modules and get +1 range on it. But I'm going to get this because it will lead to some colonization options. Now, we should be able to check here. The Procinians. Wow, they look very cool. Built in World of Code. So yeah, they're a minor civilization. They'll provide their resource output to the civilization whose sphere of influence it's in. So as the influence around Cerberus grows, which isn't going to be much because it's just a... Oh, actually, this could be made into a homeworld. Which seems like an excellent idea. Ooh. We do have some space monsters over here, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, I think we're going to core world Cerberus. Oh, we don't have enough money for a governor, so we'll have to wait a little bit to do that. We do have a little bit of income. Not much. But we now have some scientism going on. Excellent. We do even have the ability to flip our citizens from workers to scientists. Which is appealing, but I think we're fine as is over here for now. We do still need to build a few more things. Growth maybe not coming quite as quickly as we'd like. We do have some pollution going on here. Right, base pollution, manufacturing districts, industrial centers, contributing to some pollution, which could be made better. I think I might build some more research districts. The other thing I can do is I can upgrade the research districts we've got here. Which seems like a pretty good idea. Maybe we should do that first. Let's do it. Okay. And then Wizard 1 has finished its construction queue. It's actually got pretty good base science output. Actually, more than its mineral input right now. This is definitely somewhere we probably do want to focus on some amount of tech. That being said, I think I still want a little bit more base manufacturing, because otherwise everything's going to take kind of long here. So I think what I might do... Oh, because it's not a civilization capital. It's not +2 to all. It's +1 to all. I think I'll throw down a couple more manufacturing districts just to give it a bit more baseline manufacturing. Oh, you can be specialized in something. Well, I guess I'll train you as a worker for now. Again, for a little bit more in manufacturing just to get things built. And then we're going to go crazy with science buildings. Although I think I will get a shipyard for this planet first. Okay, and again, I'm going to save some money for maybe events rather than rushing right now. Oh, actually, I'm going to save money for a governor if we can. Should I change our tax rate? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Cultural progression just went up. There's more things that are now available to us. So, okay, this gives us, right, unification. And so that's got the biggest discount. 3 free supply ships. We could use that to rapidly boost up one of our planets. And the static income is nice. I think I want the pacifism here for the constructor ships. We got a slight discount, not really enough to make a difference, but we'll do that. All right, speaking of constructor ship, did they just spawn in like weird random areas? Or are they all stacked there? No, slightly weird random areas. Okay. Well, I think what's going to happen with this one is we're going to position it between Visitor 1 and 4 here, and plan on building an economic starbase. Okay, so over here you can see both these planets, which both might become core worlds, are within the radius of this. This might be a little short, but we will be getting upgrades. There you go. Now it's definitely. Oh, I was looking at the wrong ring. Yeah, I was looking at this line. I was thinking that was the range. But yeah, both of these are definitely in there. So I'm going to build an economic starbase, which is going to boost the economy of our core worlds. And you can see here 5% boost to manufacturing and gross income. We will build a starbase factory using Durantium in one of our modules to give us an extra 3% manufacturing boost. If we had Promethean, we could also build starbase laboratories, and hopefully we'll at some point. I mean, they are buyable from the Galactic Bazaar here, but I don't think we've got the funding to support that. Executive orders. Draft colonist is ready to go. In fact, it's possible it's been ready for a little while. But we'll see. Now, this constructor ship. Well, I kind of want an economic starbase for Sunny Spot as well. So I think I will go there. We might want one for something else, but we do need to grab more resources. Here's some Illyrium. I guess I don't know about any other untapped resources, do I? I don't see any. Oh, over here some more Durantium, which we will grab. Or Durantanium? Durantium. Yeah, Durantium. But we don't have Illyrium being produced yet, so I guess I'm going to go and snag that. Colony ship, you can just go on autopilot. You're fine. Okay, next turn. Oh, there you go. Most colonized worlds, Church of the True Gilbert is up there. That's what I like to see. Colonize that as well. Oh, location for colony on Zeely Lee. Zeely Lee! Awkward to say, but Zeely Lee 4 is apparently the prime hunting grounds for a species of massive building-sized worms. This is by far the most fertile land on the planet, so we don't want to move if we don't have to. But on the other hand, massive building-sized worms! What are your orders? We can protect the megafauna. It'll be a surprise for the invaders. So we lose a tile that we can work, but we gain 20% extra resistance versus planetary invasions. Plus, you know, equality and collectivism. The worms may have been here first, but we have bigger guns. Wipe them out. +1 to farming output from this planet. Or 2 words, worm rodeo. Approval boost, income boost, egalitarianism boost. Zeely Lee is a class 20 planet that will want to be colonizing. I think the boost to the approval is going to be great. Worm rodeos, it is. Precursor archaeology is done. Artificial gravity is great for the movement, also logistics, and leads to great stuff, but I think I'll go precursor studies to make the precursor worlds even more habitable. Yeah, there we go. We need precursor studies. And there are a lot more planets that we can colonize, so we are going to want to go ahead and do some more colonizing, colony ship stuff. If we take a look at our leaders over here and governors, we can see, yeah, size 20 world, size 17 world. You've got high loyalty. I really wish your social was better. There's some support for governors. And yours is low, and yours is garbage. We're still missing a Minister of Technology. Hold on. Jason May over here. Tourism when assigned as a governor. Diligent. Bodies covered in scars they refuse to talk about. We're going to recruit Jason May, and we're going to put you as the Minister of Technology, which gives us 1 extra choice every time, which is nice, plus 11% faster research rate, which is beautiful. Let's take a little look here at the summary. We are first in terms of manufacturing and in tech. Our military is slipping, which makes sense. We haven't built a single military ship. We are first in approval and income and 6th for influence. Alrighty. So we're colonizing, govern, we're working on it. We need some better governators. Which there's a cultural policy pick for that, right? One of these, is it egalitarian? No. Individualism? One of these. give us leaders? Or did maybe it's later on we get a bunch of leaders. I thought one of the level 1s gave us 3 leaders, but I'm clearly on the crazy. Okay. Must have been one of the later ones, because I'm pretty sure there is one. Okay, constructor over here. Tell you what, you take the long trip out to this Durantium. And then this nearby constructor, you're going to come over here and become the economic starbase for Sunny Spot. There you go. Starbase factory. Done. We're now out of modules, so we won't be able to upgrade any more of our starbases currently, but that's okay. We can build more modules. Precursor Studies is done. Does lead to Precursor Studies Center, which is an upgrade for our starbases. And now we can pick from 3 here. Wow, all these will be researched one turn at a time. If I did want to boost the military, I could go armed shuttles. And you know what? I think I will. And then I'll be able to upgrade one of our ships with the survey module. Ideally, I'd like to do it on a stronger ship, but we might just go with a baseliner. All right, Sunny Spot, our capital. We could go and upgrade the research to another level. The other thing it might be time for, you know what? I'm going to go and upgrade the Promethean Stone Extractor. Will start generating Promethean for us and give us a bunch of income. The Burnal Sphere is the thing that increases our population capacity on the planet. So we're going to go and unlock both of these special improvements. It seems like a pretty good idea to me. All right, armed shuttles. And we could upgrade and get some better level ships to unlock a bunch of anomalies. I think we'll go quantum computing. It's hard to argue with tech-related things, right? All right, so here's one of our ships. We've got the Constable. In the same slot, we've got the Star Eagle. They both have a movement of 3. Their stats are identical. One's configured as a Guardian, one's configured as a Fighter, which sort of affects some of their combat AI, but in a significant way. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Star Eagle here, and I'm going to make you capable of surveying. So now, you have the survey option. So I'm going to go ahead and hit V, put you on automatic, and you will just keep surveying some of the space junk. And then the Constable over here is... are you guys complaining about being undefended in any way whatsoever? Yeah, unprotected. I think if I were to go and do this... Sorry, what's your overall approval right now? 87%, which is actually shockingly high. If I do this, still 87%. Yeah, no longer have the unprotected thing. Oh, I think it just hasn't updated yet. Right? Because if you look here, you can see 96 and 96. So if we advance one turn... Hello, quantum computing. Improve world move. I'm going to actually get movement speed here so we can scout a little faster. Yeah, there you go. 96% approval. Just needed a turn to process the change. And we know approval factors into all of our production rates over here. So all these numbers have improved because our planet is so freaking happy. Excellent. Okay, we have no money. Planet's under threat. I mean, well, actually, yeah, the Cerberus fleet is hopefully not causing us too many problems. We actually are going to have to deal with these space dragons. Experimental technology. Tales from the corners of our empire dazzle and excite the people of our homeworld. Every detail of space travel, colonial life, and contact with aliens is endlessly fascinating to our citizens. In particular, our discovery of evidence of ancient alien civilizations has inspired many to believe that our own world hosts the remains of crashed alien ships. So if this was true, this would be a wonder. We should search for them, share the news, and discover all our people. So completing this boosts egalitarian awareness. Or we can say, if true, this could be dangerous, which increases totalitarianism. I think, even though it says to 3, I think it's because we're at a 2. I think it's giving us a +1 here. We're going to go with option 1. That's fine. And yeah, one of the things we'll be able to do on our planets is, I believe, scan planet to find crashed alien vessels. We could have done this earlier, I think, but we'll put it in queue now. That's fine. And we've also got... we need money for these planetary upgrades, so I guess we're not doing that right now. I still have some uncolonized planets. Hello, artificial gravity. Right, increased movement rate is good, but yeah, we might need to grab some of the military tech so that we can go and boop those space monsters. Yeah, let's get defensive studies. Brifmu! The governor of Vizard is warning of a potential climate disaster on the planet. Deep fissures have begun to release immense amounts of heat and particles into the atmosphere. Without immediate action to cause significant damage to Vizard 1, requires significant resources. We could send help, but I don't have the money, which is really annoying because I'd love the loyalty boost. We can redirect local manufacturing, so we get a huge dip in manufacturing for a while, but it still increases loyalty, or we can say it's their problem and lower that. I guess I'll go with this option. This is one of the reasons you want to bank some money and not necessarily spend it, although I am happy to have gotten the leader. I suppose what I could do here is tweak the tax rate. It is going to lower our overall average approval across all of our systems, but I think that's okay. I think I still like the research grants, though, even though that's also decreasing our income. I think that's an okay idea. Now, I could get some cash injections by running some treasure hunts here. I could just build some military ships, but I think we'll wait until we get slightly better tech and then do it. Freighters are great for trade routes, but we'd have to meet some neighbors first. I think actually it's time for a couple extra probes. And I might intentionally go ahead and run them to the edge of our sector here to see if we can find a one of those subspace conduit things. Constructor. So we've got one going to this Durantium. We've got one going here. Oh, there's some antimatter over there. All right, let's send you that way. Defensive studies, evasive tactics. Colonize. Yeah, colonize that. You know what? I'll grab the anomaly detection. It's one turn. Kind of want to hit space weapons and hopefully with the discount, although it's only one turn if I were to research it directly. I mean, there's still the discount bonus over here, which I believe leads to overflow science, so it still seems better. What is this? Vizard 4 planet report. So this is the precursor planet that we've gone settled now finally because we have the tech. Giant precursor experimental station is orbiting Vizard 4, has become an amazing resource that is assisting the ability of this planet to create new devices. We have also found some interesting experiments that may be able to complete with some extra work. What are your orders? We can manufacture an Echoing Hearthstone. Shard, power to creation, activating it significantly increases the influence of selected planet, 500 influence. Betatron Collider, damages a fleet. Dimensional Snare, spawns a minor space monster. Well, let's go with the Echoing Hearthstone. And I'm wondering about using it immediately on Cerberus here, so that it expands its border so we get the benefit from server, which will make more of a difference once we've got a governor. We consider printing money next time we've got control? No, I don't think so. The Cult. A new cult has begun to grow in number on Sunnyspot. Cult is growing wealthy by convincing rich members to make substantial donations. The followers believe that we were given life by an alien species, and they predict that these creators will soon return to lead us. What are your orders? Offer unique insight, offer leader to join us. Would give us a free leader, which we could use to colonize Cerberus, or core Cerberus. Tax them heavily. 5% gross income to all of our worlds. Presumably forever. Unique voices should be protected, not constrained. Gain 2 free citizens, so this is free population. I do like the money forever, but I think the snowballing effect of a leader, assuming they've got good stats, we don't know, but let's cross our fingers and hope we get someone decent. Brandley Coin over here actually would be a fine governor. What do you got? You're famous and you're scarred. That's very similar to someone we already had here. I just scarred, not also famous. Okay, yeah. So again, we can assign governors from this view, but I'm gonna prioritize Cerberus here, even though it's not our biggest planet. I want to start getting more and more influence here. Yeah, here, +3 research spot, +3 food, +3 manufacturing. Oh, this generates harmony crystals that we can use to boost loyalty. Man, there's a lot of really individually rich tiles over here. I think what I'm going to do is put the core world here, do this to benefit from the huge manufacturing boost. And then ideally I'd like this to continue to just be adjacent to stuff. We could, I don't know when we unlock tourism thing, but there's a nice little section for it there. Food, we've got tons of food, so I'm actually not too worried about going and building all these mushrooms. We can always tear this down later as well. So we're going to start with that. I'll throw in the scan planets in the queue, because that should finish our quest, which is nice. Yeah, these people are way unhappy. Taxes too high. Unprotected. Deal with it? 500 influence. There. Which should push out these borders. There we go. Quite quickly, which means we now get the bonus from server here. Anomaly detection tech. All right, I'm going to go down a little bit of military here because I'm still hoping to unlock some more powerful military ships. Mr. Probulator. I'm going to send you over to this area. A lost weapon jammer. Encountered a derelict cargo container drifting in dark vast in space. Container isn't the interesting part. It's what's inside. A weapon targeting jammer. Device could be installed on one of ships, increased ability to evade. I do have a thought of like building some military right now to take care of the space dragons, but I think I want the money right now more than anything else. Yeah. You know what? It's going to be a while before... Would we benefit from a quick telescope takeover? I'm going to say yes. Well, that'll be a little less for us to worry about exploring. There we go. We meet our very first major civilization. Gilbert, ruler of the Church of the True Gilbert. I, Copernicus, leader of the Navigators, extend my greetings. As the intrepid explorer of the stars, I invite you to venture beyond your feline realm and embrace the wonders of the cosmos. Let us set aside our differences and embark on a journey towards progress and enlightenment. Very well. Same back to you. We'll take a look at trading with them next turn, because one of the things I might like to trade for is open borders, and you got to know each other a turn before you do that. Space weapons. Yep, we're going to get that, especially as we fall behind some of our military strength. Discovery here. Oh, there we go. Can install the stealth field. Yeah, sure. How many people do we have on Sunny Spot? Okay, we could build a couple of colony ships. I mean, maybe we could build 3. I'm going to build at least 2, because I do want to make sure to keep snagging as much territory as possible. That and construction ships are going to be useful. So probe was sent there. Here, we'll send one over there. Hey, I got a citizen. Oh no, the constructor. Okay. Actually didn't expect it to get attacked there. Frigate class ships. Maybe we'll do that. We'll unlock the frigate class ships and then we'll just start building vessels with what we've got. That is somewhat annoying. And we gotta kill this nest here to actually be able to stop it from spawning. Okay, we do have a constructor here. So you are gonna build a mining station here for the Durantium. The Durantium. And on that terrible pun, there's 5 most populous. Well, we're in the top 5. I guess it's something. But on that terrible pun, we're going to go ahead and end this episode. As a reminder, this series is sponsored by lovely Stardock people. And check the description box down below for more information, as well as links where you can pick up Galciv for yourself. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.